It is my pleasure to present the Torch Award. This special recognition is given during International Week every year to a student in each grade who most embodies cross-cultural understanding. This award honors those who reach out to students from other countries and cultures. It reminds us all to embrace the differences in others and learn all we can from them. Our faculty have discussed each candidate, and we feel these students have made a habit of being kind, helpful, inclusive, open, and curious about all of their classmates and cultures. They also are integral to promoting cross-cultural understanding within their social groups and our community as a whole. I invite our Torch Award recipients to join us on stage when we call them. And we'll start with Mr. Fitzgerald in the elementary school. Thank you.
Our first recipient is from pre-K. Can we please have Stefania Raskinova? Classroom and school rules, and she serves as a positive role model for others to follow. She came to pre-K with very little English, but speaks it quite well now. She is thoughtful and compassionate, and she reaches out to others when they are sad or have a problem. She understands that while we may speak different languages and have different customs and traditions, we are still all the same. The kindergarten recipient, Nikoloff Arolo. Nikoloff has a huge heart and is a valuable member of our kindergarten community. He happily includes everyone in play and work. He is willing to try new things and can be counted on being a positive role model to others. His high energy and enthusiasm seems to be endless. He strives to understand the concepts taught and then connects them to something else he already knows and understands. Nikoloff's positive attitude towards others helps bind kindergarten together. The first grade recipient, Michelle Fasciano. Michelle is not here today. The first grade decided that Michelle most embodies the qualities of the Torch Award. Michelle communicates well in both English and Italian and shows an appreciation for all cultures. Michelle gets along well with everyone in Focolare, and she is always eager to include others in her activities. Her gentle personality and open mind makes her a friend to all. The second grade recipient, Yulia Panasenko. The second grader receiving this award today comes to school every day with a smile and an open mind that is ready to learn. Yulia is a kind, generous, and thoughtful person. Whether it's on the playground or in the classroom, Yulia is ready to work and play with anyone. She is a respectful listener and a careful speaker. Congratulations, Yulia. Babe constantly impresses her teachers by her attitude. She is always happy and positive. She works hard, listens, and never gives up on herself. She gets along with everyone and always communicates her thoughts and feelings very clearly. This year we've had quite a few new students in 3rd grade, and Babe welcomed everyone and made them feel welcome and appreciated, no matter where they were from. We believe that everyone would be lucky to have a friend like Babe. The 4th grade recipient, Maria Cardoza Diaz. Maria is a kind, positive, and thoughtful girl. She's passionate about being resilient and speaking Portuguese. Not only does she want to teach others about where she's from, but when learning about other cultures, she's eager, open-minded, and asks thoughtful questions. She volunteers to teach others what she's learned and is a patient in helping her fellow classmates when they are in need. She is considerate and trustworthy. Maria always has a smile on her face and has a genuine attitude towards life. And the 5th grade recipient, Edward Pomerave. Grade 5 enthusiastically agreed that the torch award should go to Eduardo Pomerave. Edward, or Eddie as we call him, is an outstanding human being and a member of the grade 5 community. He demonstrates his unique human qualities every day in every lesson. He dedicates himself 100% to his learning. He follows the school rules perfectly. He is kind to every member of the class, and he works with anyone without question or exception or complaint. He has an open heart and a beautiful soul. He truly tries his best every day in every possible way. The entire grade 5 teaching team agreed that Eddie embodies the Torch Award spirit. He is a student who really deserves this kind of public recognition and is quite the role model to the rest of the class. It is time for Eddie to be noticed and applauded.
I will call the name after, it's a bit different. Have you ever found yourself lost deep in a conversation about cultures? You may have been talking to the student who is fascinated by each individual story that makes up our community. He loves to hear about someone's background and upbringing. When he meets someone, he quickly begins a friendly discussion about the similarities and differences between their culture and his home. He engages people in open and thoughtful conversations and shows respect to everyone. This student kind demeanor extends to all parts of his life. He cheerfully carries out his e-club responsibilities and always gives his best in theater and climbing clubs. He also consistently participates in our assemblies and contributes meaningful insights. In everything he does, he embraces the differences in others. He is an excellent role model for his fellow peers. We are proud to present the 6th Grade Torch Award to Theodore Regan. In 7th grade, it's rare to meet someone who combines humor and imagination with leadership skills. This young lady embodies these characteristics and many more. Her delightful personality and open-minded demeanor make people gravitate towards her. She loves bringing people together and finding common ground. She is a dedicated member of the Haifa International Service Learning Group and is truly committed to working towards ending world hunger and poverty. She also brings joy to all of her extracurricular activities. One of her teachers said, "If you're ever in need of a bright spark in a room, look no further than this young lady." She is compassionate, thoughtful, caring, and shows kindness and respect to all in our community. Congratulations to our 7th grade recipient, Katarina Smislova. And 8th grade. This young lady embraces many unique qualities and characteristics that make up our global community. She is unusually mature and patient for a 13-year-old. She is thoughtful and intelligent when speaking about lifestyles, cultures, and nationalities, and has an impressive ability to see situations from varying perspectives. She is polite, open-minded, and compassionate, traits which have earned her friends from around the world. She reaches out to others with incredible empathy, making people feel comfortable and valued. Her responses to others are always considerate. Her involvement spans academics, the dorm, and the stage. Her actions and attitude help make our community more inclusive, positive, and interesting. We are delighted to present the 8th Grade Torch Award to Mira Rosa Marino. McKee for the high school.
All right, we'll kick things off here with grade 9. While enjoying a little downtime during advisor period, this student is often observed tutoring his peers, helping them prepare for a test or clarifying part of a lesson he or she did not fully comprehend. While other teenagers would use their free time bemoaning the fact that their most recent social media post received a paltry 4 likes and a plethora of dislikes, that's impressive. He uses his free time to better himself or to help his peers in some way. He is very amiable and gregarious young man. He is often seen with a group of friends sharing a laugh. My conversations with him are intellectually stimulating and thought-provoking. While waxing intellectual with his peers, I often overhear him make very valid points based on his own thoughts and opinions, not based on what is being said by mainstream media, nor the collective group thought of the Twitterverse. He is a true original. For these reasons, the 9th Grade Torch Award goes to Pedro Cordoa Diaz. In grade 10, this student gets along with all students cross-culturally on the sports fields, in his classes, and around the lunch table. He speaks Spanish, is a leader of his teammates, and always has an exceptional attitude and friendliness. He is the embodiment of what we hope our TASIS students exemplify. For these reasons, the Torch Award for the 10th grade goes to Enzo Allenson. Not sure those boots are dressed good, just saying. Grade 11. By her own admission, when this student reluctantly came to TASIS this fall, she felt she could survive only by relying on the presence of her brothers and her fellow Brazilians. But she discovered, as his first month wore on, that being insular and counter to the opportunities TASIS provides, she resolved to not merely keep her ears and eyes open for international experiences, but to actively seek out friends and situations that allow her to expand herself, as well as her catalog of places visited. A vivacious young woman, she has made friends and acquaintances across the high school international spectrum, embracing their culture and linguistic richness with delight. She has started to teach herself Chinese, and with her outgoing nature, avails herself of other students as informal tutors. Wowed by her enthusiasm, they are glad to help. As the new proctor, she has made herself available and is friendly with the girls of all nations. For these reasons, the 11th grade Torch Award goes to Julia D. Christopher. And finally, grade 12. This student is a true leader within our community. She's caring, supportive, and involved in many areas. She exemplifies this award, crossing over natural boundaries in the classroom, the soccer field, and the dorm. Students of all cultures look to her for guidance in her role as head proctor, and she handles it with grace and poise. In my opinion, there is no student that better embodies this award than Maria Veronica Ramos. All right, at this point, we're going to ask Stefania to come grab the torch to light our torch, symbolizing the opening of our International Week. Ready in 3, 2, 1. Go ahead, Stefania. Yay, there we go. Great work, Stefania. And warmed by the fire's glow. Congratulations once again to all recipients. Have one more round of applause for all